Hello, I'm Juan Davies, Chief Creative Officer at KCET and PBS SoCal, and we're partnering with the newsroom of KPCC and LAist on a daily reporter roundup. Let's start with you, Libby. What do we know about the fire at the ballot drop box in Baldwin Park?
The fire occurred on Sunday night, and we don't yet know how many ballots it may have damaged. LA County fire officials say the incident is being investigated as a possible arson. Today, the Los Angeles County Registrar Recorder said elections workers will now empty ballot drop boxes more often. They will increase pickups from every 48 hours to every day. This morning, the Baldwin Park Police Department turned over 230 pieces of material to the county, but Registrar Recorder Dean Logan says that doesn't necessarily mean that 230 ballots were in that box when the fire started. Election staff are examining the ballots now. A lot of voter information was still intact, luckily, so the county is able to reach out to those voters. But if you used that ballot drop box after Saturday at 10 a.m., and this is the Baldwin Park location that is outside the Baldwin Park Library, you are encouraged to contact the LA County Registrar because you may have been one of those ballots that was affected by both the fire and then the firefighter hoses and water that was used to put it out.
Kyle is here now with the latest in the big money pouring into the election for LAUSD School Board.
Right, and we're used to seeing now for years this outside money pouring in to influence these LA school board races. Well, in this last election, this last weekend, their spending crossed the $14.9 million mark, which means officially there have now been more independent expenditures in this LAUSD campaign than any other in history, and we still have 2 weeks to go. Now, most of this money, not a huge surprise here, is coming from charter school allies. About 12 of those $14.9 million coming from pro-charter groups. They're longtime rivals, LA's teachers union, maybe a traditional power in LA school board politics, but this year their financial arsenal is just no match. There are two competitive races on the ballot this year, one in the West San Fernando Valley and the other in the district that runs from South LA down to the harbor. We have interviews with the candidates and a guide to understanding this race and why all of this money is being spent right now on LAist.com.
We also got an update today on theme park reopenings. And Mike, it sounds like bad news for Disney fans.
That's right. California has released long-awaited reopening guidelines. The bottom line is that smaller theme parks like a boardwalk or a Ferris wheel, they're allowed to resume operations in the state's orange reopening tier, which indicates a moderate spread of COVID-19. But larger theme parks like Disneyland and Universal Studios can't reopen until there is only minimal spread of the coronavirus in their county. Orange County still has 2 more tiers to go before they reach that level, and LA County is a full 3 tiers away with widespread COVID-19 here. And even if one of these counties reduces the spread enough for large theme parks to reopen, they're still limited to just 25% capacity, along with many other restrictions like no indoor lines, masks, etc. Big theme parks had pushed for being able to reopen in the orange tier, but that isn't happening.
And finally today, Frank has an update on David Sullivan, an unarmed 19-year-old fatally shot by Buena Park police in 2019.
Yeah, Sullivan's mother is calling on Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer to reopen his investigation into the killing. Her son was killed when 2 officers pulled him over and found he was driving a stolen car. When they asked him to get out, he reversed the car and crashed into a tree. At that point, he jumped out, ran toward one of the officers who opened fire. This is all caught on body cam video. Sullivan then turned away and ran up a driveway with the officer firing 2 more shots. He ran back toward the officers and both opened fire. The question is whether the officers reasonably feared for their lives with an unarmed man running toward them. DA Spitzer said yes. But in this age of reckoning for police, Sullivan's mother wants him to reconsider. It's unlikely he will, but the renewed focus may help in her wrongful death lawsuit against the city of Buena Park.
Thank you, Frank. And thank you all at the KPCC and LAist newsroom. And go Dodgers, Libby. And thank you for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow.